Hey everybody, it's Tim Smith, and I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about this new Beacn microphone I got. Previously, I used a Yeti Nano, which is a condenser mic, and that picked up a lot of room noise because it was very sensitive. And I wanted something that was a dynamic microphone so it can reject a lot of that outside noise. Now, the Shure SM7B seems to be the de facto standard, but it was a little out of my price range, and I didn't want to deal with XLR cables, audio interface. I read reviews on the Beacn microphone, and it's USB-C, all the processing is done on board, and the software looked pretty simple to use. So when you first plug it in and get it going, you're going to have a flat EQ. I played with it a little bit here. I used the default of the low broadcast voice, added in this additional band for nasal, dropped it down, brought up the broadcast, just played with it until I thought it was what I wanted to hear or what I wanted my voice to sound like. You also want to make sure that when you're speaking, you're within this speaking area so you can adjust the gain on the left. And you've got some fun things to do with your voice to make it sound a little bit different as far as like bass enhance, different patterns that will enhance the bass in different ways there on the left of the graph. For me, pattern 2 seemed to be the best with a level of 4. There's also this de-esser to help get rid of some harsh S sounds, as well as an exciter, which is what's going on there on the right-hand side in the yellow, to bring back some brightness into it. Now, I love this default noise suppression, this adaptive noise suppression that they have. All I did was turn it on. I didn't adjust these amounts at all, and it seems to reject a lot of the background noise in my office, as you can see, which is not treated at all. So that worked out really nicely for me. There's also the expander. What this is going to do is reject noises too that go below that threshold. I set this to negative 64 dB. So if I stop talking and start typing, you can see that my typing mostly stays below there and should have been barely audible, if audible at all to you. And last, I did enable the compressor, which my understanding is just to help you from peaking out the microphone, keep your voice at a consistent level, whether that's if you get too soft or if you get too loud. It's going to make sure that you're still speaking within a very certain range. And then last is the output gain. So they want to make sure that you're speaking within this talk area on the bar on the right and peaking up into that yellow peak area. So for me, that meant that I would add about 9 dB of output gain here to make sure that I'm consistently there. Now I did make another profile called close, which means since I'm 3 inches away from the microphone now, if I wanted to get really close, I can make sure that I'm touching the microphone here. I'm using the close profile, and the volume of my voice should be the same, although I'm getting that proximity effect to get that podcasty sound. That also means too that my output gain, I dropped it down to 6 dB in this profile to keep that consistency. So if I change back to my far profile, the output should be around the same, and you can see the output there is 9 dB. Now I haven't had any issues other than that mic output graph on the right likes to stop working whenever I close the app. So when you close the app, it goes down to the taskbar, I bring it back up, and it stops working. If I close it completely from the taskbar, relaunch it, then it starts working again. So a minor inconvenience, but that is the only issue I've had so far. But again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And hopefully you like the way that I sound with how I made myself sound here. I think it's good. Hopefully you like this Beacn mic. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or hit me up on Twitter at tsmith_co. And please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next video.